discuss
Mhm.
the importance of how we manage being the person who does all the things. It's just the truth. We are carrying so much on our plates these days. And I would love to ask you something for you just to really reflect on this honestly, not the version of what you think you should say, or if you have an audience and feeling pressured to say the right thing. Truly, if you were to reflect on this question of how are you doing? How are you doing? And then maybe if you were to actually give that honest answer to somebody, what would that look like? It's not something that we do very often. This is not something that we actually answer honestly. Maybe we're a little afraid about how it would be received, especially if things are not going so great. We don't want to overwhelm or surprise anybody with it. But we end up creating this world of humans that are walking around and pretending like everything's okay when it's not. And things can be hard sometimes. And we just carry a lot on our shoulders. And I think it's worth talking about. I think it's worth discussing. Um, if you're pausing or being like, this is not for me, I'm gonna keep giving my canned answers and my canned responses. Please stay with me. Please hang tight because I want to talk about something that affects a lot of high performing people, and we just are not saying it out loud. Um, so many of us are people that people come to. We are people's people. I had this conversation with a friend earlier this week, and she just is like, I'm everybody's everybody, right? Like everybody comes to me because I hold space for the conversations and I make things happen. I'm the one going to doctor's appointments and I'll pick up your kids from school. And it's great and it's wonderful. And she does those things with a servant's heart. They are all done very altruistically, but it takes a toll on us. And this happens and manifests professionally too, right? If you're the doer in the office, if you're the one that everyone's coming to and they want your ideas and they want your thoughts and they want you to run the meeting and they want you to be everything, it can get overwhelming, especially when we're also doing that in our personal lives as well, right? So when we're in leadership roles, especially our team needs us, our clients need us, if we're running businesses, our peers need us, our kids need us, our spouse needs us, the cat needs us. It's so hard. And you do it. You show up. You're making it happen. You do it well. But somewhere in the middle of all of that, our own needs kind of quietly move to the back burner, right? They just quietly move to the back. And it's not isolation, right? Like the situation I'm talking about is not necessarily us being isolated, especially physically, but there is a sense of isolation emotionally sometimes where our cup is not being filled because we are being everybody's person, right? It's a type of isolation that lives within a busy and full life, personally and professionally, where we're surrounded by people but still feel completely unseen. We feel like we're holding space for everybody else, but they're not holding it for us. And if you are a leader in a leadership role, the higher you climb, the more isolated you get. It's very lonely at the top. You may have heard that phrase before, right? And we need real support in our lives. We don't need surface level facades. We don't need, just kind of like the pat on the back. Somebody who knows us because they know our title or they know our role. They know we always show up to the PTA meeting or the book club. We need spaces where we can say, I'm struggling personally or professionally, spaces where we aren't always managing other people, but we have that space to be held as well, right? And I have coached enough of high performing people to know that capability looks like strength from the outside, but it's loneliness that we've made look productive. It is loneliness that we've made look productive. And I have built a space for this. It's called the Nest, and the Nest is for women who want to come together in community and have a space to support one another. 6 months of time where we intentionally invest in one another. You come as you are, good, bad, ugly, raw truth, and we hold each other accountable to being present, to taking care of ourselves, to allowing others to support us while we're also supporting them. It's this reciprocal, a wonderful reciprocal relationship where it's a big giant circle and we're all in that nest together, supporting and fueling one another, right? It's facilitated. I guide the conversations, but there's no specific curriculum. There's no performance that anyone has to do. We just get to show up. And we show up in bathrobes and we show up with a glass of wine or water or looking like we have dressed to the nines because we were coming in on two wheels after work, right? It's just space where you actually get to be the unpolished version of yourself, not the like I have it all together version of yourself, which is what we carry all the time throughout our days, right? So women who have joined the nest already are entrepreneurs, executives, professionals, women who lead well, women who are done trying to do it all alone. They're ready to have support. They're ready to have community. They're ready to be intentional about creating the space for that, investing their time and money and energy into this group and this community where we can be there for one another. It's not something that is really added to our plate as much as it is something that helps expand our capacity and a place that we can come back to so that we can handle everything that's on our plate, right? And I want to offer if you are interested in joining the Nest, enrollment is open right now. Applications are open right now. We're going to kick off in August. And I hope if you need this kind of community right now that you can find exactly what you're looking for in this. I'd love to talk to you if you want to set up a call, 15 minutes, we can chat. I can answer your questions, but fill out the application online. It's just amycapello.com/nest. And whether or not you decide to join, the application itself has some really intentionally curated and thoughtful questions that can be really helpful and eye-opening to give you a picture of where you are right now and maybe open up to your eyes to some of the supports that you need, whether that's the nest or something else. It's a really wonderful process. So even if you are not ready to join right now or it's not the right fit for you right now, I would go do the application because it is such a beautiful space for you to have some time for yourself and even have a moment of reflection outside of that, right? So one tip that I want to offer for today with this in mind of community and connection and us supporting one another and each other where we are is think about a person that you have in your life right now. Who is that person personally, professionally, where you can be fully honest with this person? Do you have that person? Is that someone that you can be fully honest with, where you don't have to perform, you don't have to manage, you can just be real, you can be yourself, you can be raw and authentic? If you had a name come to mind immediately, I would encourage you to reach out to them. Like tonight, reach out to them, send them a message. Don't wait for like the right moment. Go ahead and reach out to them and start a conversation. Let them know that you were thinking about them. And if no one came to mind, I don't want you to feel bad. A lot of us are in this position. I sometimes feel this way too, right? It's more informational. It's data for you to have that. Maybe it's time for you to have that space. Maybe it's time for you to lean into that type of community where you can say, I'm ready to show up in an intentional and curated way where I'm going to have this community because this allows me to do everything in my life better. The benefit of that will only have ripples of positive effects in all of my life. And it's time for me to do that. It's non negotiable. How can I show up as a woman who wants to lead and live for the long haul and invest in other people in the same way, right? So I would love for you to apply for the Nest if this feels like something that you need right now or you want right now. And if you have questions, talk to me. Shoot me a message, info@amycapello.com. Send me a DM. I'll be really good about checking my Facebook messages, which I'm not so great at. but I will right now. I will be Johnny on the spot. So shoot me a message, send me an email. Round two is open. Round one has gone so well. And those women, most of them are continuing on for another 6 months together because it was just that powerful that they want to stay in this community. It's a very limited, small group of women. So if you're at all interested, chat with me, let me know, fill out the application. I cannot wait to talk to you and to hear from you, right? So, I'll be jumping back on tomorrow to continue this conversation about how we support each other, how we feed into ourselves, and how we build an intentional community and the benefits of that across the board, both personally and professionally. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will chat with you soon.